With the complete upset that was yesterday's summon video. By the way, check that out if you haven't. I walked away with nothing. Not a single unit this time around, but even though I didn't get these units, I still gotta make content for you all. I gotta show off the newest, hottest, spiciest content that's coming to the game.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Don't let your kids watch it!
We're gonna be showing off the one and only Empress. The girl that I actually am the least excited about out of the entire crossover, but maybe this showcase would change my opinion on this character. Of course, since I didn't get Empress, this means that this Empress is not my own. It is actually gonna be the boy Caleb's. He reached out to me on Discord and said that he had an Empress. So I was like, hey man, let's set up the recording and let's show off the girl. And here she is, the one and only Empress. From my understanding, the MC of Blackrock Shooter. Her first ability is Fire Kill level 3. Her second ability is Machine Enhancement. And the last ability is her unique ability that gives her 3 art gauge while she has 80% or more HP. And she autofills her art gauge by 3 when Empress is not in a status element. As for her entire kit, she's not really doing anything too wild. I mean, she is kind of niche, but for the most part, it's kind of standard. We have a physical and water resist down on the art, which is only 10%, but it has a 60-second duration. On top of this as well, she also has her massive true art, which is a 78,000% modifier, and you're able to reduce the enemy's crit resist, and you autofill all allies art gauge by 2 based on the number of water units for 7 seconds. And as for her slots, 5-star physical, 5-star defense, 4-star support. If you want to nuke with her, the new coral gun that just came out, really great stuff, or anything that's going to be buffing up the team's damage. If you're looking at more sustain though, you're going to be looking at something like, arch items like Druizanagi and stuff like that. For 5-star defense though, if you're nuking, the Black Trike's great if you need the extra art gauge. 50 arts to whoever it targets is really good. However, if you don't want Black Trike, something like Iris' Frilly Bikini, I think that's what it's called, gives everyone on your team like 35% stats up. And that's kind of where it ends in terms of nuking with 5-star defenses. There may be another one that I'm forgetting right now. For every other piece of content where you're wanting to sustain more, just take more damage, the 5-star defense should probably be changed for something that's going to counter whatever damage you're going to be fighting. And as for the 4-star support, if you're nuking, anything that's going to give your team art gauge or give your team more damage or give her more damage. If you're sustaining, anything that's going to give you art gauge, skill CT, equipment CT. As for the crest I'd recommend on this girl, you could actually go with the newest crest that's from her event, which is the huge arms. This thing gives you physical damage up and good condition attack up 500. Good condition, I think, by the way, is 80% or above or 90% or above or something like that. So it's definitely more of a nuker crest. If you don't want to go with this though, I think regular attack up is great. Promise of Funeral God if you want her more for nuking. Art gauge up as well. And then the final one I want to recommend is actually crit damage up, because with her 100% crit resist down, it actually has a chance to enable you to crit. And that's pretty much where it ends with Empress. I'm going to be showing her off today in a few different fights. I will show her off in a nuke, even though there's nothing here that's like super challenging or to really show off, I guess the power of it. I'll just go up against like the newest Special EX that came out and you guys will be able to see from there. But I also want to show her in her own niche, which is being able to reduce the enemy's crit resist by 100%. And here we go. This is the Special EX, by the way. There's no Special EX Hyper with this event for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. That seems really weird to me. But yeah, no Special EX Hyper, but we do have a Special EX, which is very easy. I mean, this guy's going to die very quickly, as you see here. Oh wait, he actually doesn't do the nuke at the end. I thought Eraser actually did a huge nuke at the end to do like the big deeps to everyone, but I don't guess he does. But as you saw there, 8 seconds. I don't think this boss has really that much HP. But let's do the stats real quick. And as you see there, 2.8 million from the boy Gray. And actually, Empress hitting pretty hard herself at 2 million. Oh, I completely forgot. I didn't check out the animations. Well, whatever. We'll do them like right now. In the last few showcases, we haven't been able to actually show off the animations for characters. And it just completely slipped my mind. But this time around, the boy Caleb actually came through with the animations. Huge shout out to him. So let's see what they're looking like. The only thing I know is that she pulls out a gun and she shoots. Yeah, I've seen this a lot. This is just a regular attack animation. I actually thought this was the skill. Wait, that's it? I actually like this. This is very unique. She just kind of looks over her shoulder and she's like, well, that's a whole ass motorcycle. That's crazy. This is a face of pure confusion. Let's see the art real quick. What is this? Oh, so the motorcycle comes back. There's no point for the motorcycle to do this. Look, the motorcycle just comes back, and then she shoots the beam. I mean, that's cool, I guess. It's nice. Now, there's true art I'm interested in seeing because I'm hoping it's going to be crazy. Hopefully, it's good. I'm hoping. Let's see. Okay, I saw the eye blaze right there. A bunch of slashes, and then the huge beam. Where's the motorcycle though? Even though I've seen this true art quite a bit with a lot of other units, like the whole line situation, I just really like this beginning part. The startup is cool. Her art and skill is actually very unique with the whole motorcycle. This was something I wasn't expecting, and I'll say because of that, it makes no sense to me. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know like the implications here, but I'm gonna say a 9. This looks cool to me. I like it. I like the true art too. I would say a 9. If the true art's ending effect was different, I might give this a 10, but the fact that this true art ends the same way that like the art ends, but you know, she's just further off screen. Yeah, it's all right. You know what I mean? Now here's something that I'm a little bit scared to do. In my head, it seems like it will work. We're gonna be going up against Emmy and trying to crit her with the help of Empress, because Empress has 100% crit resist down in her kit, which should mean that I am able to crit the boss even if she puts up crit resist, because Emmy has 100% crit res by default. Well, at least whenever she gets to her last threshold, she does. And since Empress reduces crit res by 100%, Vox buffs crit rate by 100%, you see what's happening? I should still be able to crit. So we're gonna try it right now. I'm kind of scared. I haven't tried a team like this, and I don't think Emmy has Demon Killer. If she does, then oops. And another thing is too, you guys may have noticed, I've been mainly using Empress as either more of an attacker or for more of her niche, which I think is where she really excels at. Like the Archon is definitely nice, but I don't know. I don't think that you should use this unit and look at her for her arts. Even though, yes, she is an Archgener, I think that you shouldn't be using her only for that. I think if you look at her as just an Archgener, she kind of sucks a little bit. She's not as good as she could be, you know what I mean? But as you see here, she's actually, and it's working. You see, I'm critting the boss, and this guy's actually getting blasted by the man Vox. I said guy, girl, my bad. Like, this is actually insane. This is insanity. It's working. This is actually making this even easier for new players, because now you don't need Draken. If you have Empress, you could just use Empress, or you could just have 200% crit rate on your team to also do it like that, and that will work too. But ladies and gentlemen, dare I say, that's pretty good. I'm actually really surprised how well that went. In all honesty, like I am kind of blown away. But, you know, that's just one way that you can utilize her niche to your advantage and make her hit extremely hard. As you saw there, she's hit for 3.6 million. Vox hit for 4.1. We beat Emmy like it was nothing. Even though this was impressive, I quickly just want to recap Empress and everything that I've seen. So I feel like it's been kind of all over the place. So here's my final thoughts with Empress, her pros and her cons. She's a mono water Archgener. Her Archgen also scales with water units, so it really solidifies you wanting to use her with water units. Also, she has 100% crit resist down. This enables your team to crit if the boss has no crit res, or if the boss has crit resistance, like we just saw with Emmy, she will make them more susceptible to crits, which then means that you can use someone like a crit buffer and tackle a boss and beat the brakes off them like it's nothing. Her stacking water and physical resist down is also quite good, but I don't think it's necessary. And she does have a 5-star defense slot. I think definitely helps her in harder content. However, I think that there are 3 cons to her that is kind of just holding me back from really liking this unit. First one, even though I just mentioned it, her slots aren't great. In terms of being an Archgener, it's not that great. Her water and physical resist down, I talked about it earlier, but it's only 10%. So if you want to get like a huge benefit out of it, you're going to want to stack it a few times. Granted, it's for 60 seconds, so you have a lot of time to do it, but you may just want to be spamming your true art so you get more Archgen for her. And finally, her art generation being tied to using water units and scaling with water units is both a pro and a con, because sometimes you may not want to use water units. And if you're not using water units, then you're only going to be getting 2 art gauge per second. Like right here on this team, she was only Archgenning 4 arts per second. And I say only, right? But 4 arts per second is still pretty good. As long as you have one other water unit on the team, you're going to get value. And one of the other things I want to mention with this point is the fact that she's Type E Archgen. Type E Archgeners are still really good. It's perfectly fine if you're Type E Archgener. However, the typing is getting more and more competitive because we're getting more and more crossovers, and every single crossover unit that comes out now seems like they're going to be in Type E Archgen. Those are the pros and cons of this character. In the beginning, I wasn't really feeling this character, but after seeing her niche and everything, I think that she definitely does have a place in the meta, but I don't think she's going to be used all the time. I think you're going to be seeing her whenever you need her, but if you don't need her, you probably aren't going to be turning to her 24/7. And I think that it's a lot better if you look at her more so as just an attacker that has 100% crit res down than an Archgener. So yeah, that's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy P. Tell me down below how you guys are feeling about Empress, you know? Are you guys on the hype train with her? Are you guys still thinking that she's kind of a sleeper unit? Let me know all that stuff down below. And thanks again to my man Caleb for allowing me to use his Empress. By the way, I think Caleb actually started a YouTube channel recently for Grand Summoner stuff, so if you guys want to check that out too, you guys can check it out. But that's going to be it for this one, man. Thank you all again for coming out. And last but not least, don't forget to drink water.